If your team plays NFL football in the AFC North division, then there's one question that you really want answered. Will Deshaun Watson return to his elite status this season? So, as we all know, Deshaun Watson served an 11-game suspension last season for his off-the-field issues. I'm not going to get into it. We all know what happened. It's off-the-field issues. That's all I'm going to call it. So, no matter who your favorite team is, you want to know how Deshaun's going to do. Because if you're the Browns, your immediate future success is riding on him doing well. If you're a fan of the Bengals, Ravens, or Steelers, then you also want to know, because then at that point, the Browns are beating your team, which isn't good for you, obviously. So, will he return to his elite status? Well, let's analyze how much time Deshaun was off. So, Deshaun Watson sat out an entire season. So, that means he played in late December to early January, depending on when the Texans' last game was that year. So, then he sits out, wanting a trade. He's traded. But he serves an 11-game suspension. That means he has missed over half the season. He's almost missed 3/4 of the season by this point. So at this point, you're either what? You're probably late November? Mid-late November, I think. Because if the season starts in September, week 4 is roughly October, week 8 is November. Yeah, so you're in the mid to late November when he's allowed to play again. And that means that essentially 2 years had gone by. Because late November, late December, you're a month shy of 2 years. So let's call it 2 years. You're essentially 2 years from your last hit in the NFL, your last sack, your last tackle on a run play, when the play broke down and you decided to run it, or it was a draw play, a designed quarterback run. You have not been hit by another football player, by a 300-pound man, in 2 years. You're rusty. You are. So, now, Deshaun's done his time as far as the NFL is concerned. So, he gets to start week 1 for the Cleveland Browns. And is he going to return to what he was? Is the point of this video. So, Deshaun will have OTAs, minicamp, training camp, preseason, if he plays in any preseason games. And he'll have this entire time. He's also had from late December, early January, when the season ended, to now. His last game of the season against the Steelers was not a good game. He looked pretty bad. He threw 3 picks, I believe. And the Steelers beat the Browns, I believe, by 2 touchdowns, if I remember correctly. So he had a bad game. He did. But now he has the entire offseason and the offseason programs to get back into shape, because he got hit a few times. He got to experience football again. So essentially, will he return to his elite form? He may not week 1. He may not week 2. He may not week 10. At some point in the future, though, unless he just lost whatever it was that made him a good to great quarterback, unless he just lost it in the 2 years he was gone, he should at some point return to what he was. So, if you're going to ask me, will he? yeah, I think at some point during this season, like I said, it may not be week 1, even if it's week 12. At some point during the season, it's going to be, there's Deshaun. There's the Houston Texans Deshaun. Trust me, I do not want that to happen. I'm a Steelers fan. I want Deshaun to suck. I want the Browns to have wasted their draft picks to get him. The money that they paid him. Like, I want them to fail with this whole Deshaun Watson thing. And then they can regret it because they gave him extra money in order to get him to go there. We all know that. He said no. They flashed him $230 million fully guaranteed, and he said yes. They gave him 230 million reasons to say yes, and the NFL took away 5 million of those reasons as part of a fine, and he lost some with the games he missed for being suspended. So he lost some game checks there. But and even then, it wasn't a whole lot. The Browns made his salary last year $1 million, just so it was such a minimal hit financially for him. So, and the Patriots did the same thing with Brady during the whole Deflategate suspension. They actually did. They reduced his salary, that way he wouldn't lose a ton of money. So when you look at it, yes, I think Deshaun will return to his form, but Browns fans, you're going to have to be patient. You are. There's going to be some heartache. The other 3 teams in the division are probably going to mock you. Again, like they have been for the last 20-something years. You've had over 2 decades of sadness. So expect a little bit more of that. But, I don't know. Deshaun Watson might be on his revenge tour. So if you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for me and turn notifications on. I am uploading more on this channel. I want to upload more on this channel, and your guys' support would be huge. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll see everyone in the next video.